Hello and welcome. It is another Thursday, and we have another session of Tales of Vardin for you. Before we get started, we're going to go ahead and see who we have playing with us this evening. Unfortunately, Dia it will not be joining us for this particular session, but hopefully we'll have her for the next one. Let's start right up here with our good friend Sai.
Hello, my name is Simite. You can find me as Simite pretty much everywhere. I play Emrys, the Sorcerer Rogue, who very recently found out he was a father thrust into a situation where he's trying to save the world, trying to save his family, and it's just a mess right now.
I suppose that's me next. Hi, I'm Matt, also known as War Torn Knight out there on the interwebs. And for this campaign, I will be playing Godi Mamirson, the Goliath, former wizard turned druid, and potentially once again the last session that they play as Godi because shit's going down. Thank you all for being here. Taylor, it's your turn.
Hello. My name is Taylor, also known as Nerdy Pinup Girl on most social media platforms, mainly active on TikTok and Instagram. And today I am playing Grendel Villalova, the 7-foot tall half orc who was raised by halflings, who was on the endless journey to try and find the love of her life, Helene, who has been taken by the BBEG and is somewhere in the abyss. And she just found her parents, and not just found her parents, but her mother has now officially come back to the present, and now they are receiving various threats from someone named Trevor, and Grendel's just trying her best. Fucking Trevor!
It's happening again, too.
Hello, everybody. I'm Victor, also known as Victor, the Story Weaver. And on this campaign, I play... Over to you, Tarzan.
Hello, my name is Daddy Tarzan, 8285 on all social media platforms. I play William the Great, a drunken mess and piece of shit at times, pirate. He is on a redemption, trying to redeem himself in probably both the eyes of his family and himself, but is constantly making questionable choices that makes the party question his sanity. But we'll see how that goes this evening. Okay, bye.
Everything will be fine. As always, if you like what you see here this evening, we also have other opportunities to catch us if it works better with your schedule, or you just are feeling for something a little bit different. We have a few things coming up. This Sunday, we have the returning of Frontiers of Eberron, correct?
You buddy.
Yes. So that will be an amazing time for that campaign. Tarzan, we have... Yep. Okay. We have Star Wars this Tuesday, and Sai, we have Valley of Endless War on Wednesday, correct? All right. So Valley of Endless War on Wednesday, Star Wars on Tuesday, and Vardin the following Thursday. So we're doing bi-weekly on Vardin. Do we have anything in the works for Dimensional Dial, Matt?
Not quite yet. Still working on schedule things. It's a challenge, but sometime in June.
Perfect. So sometime in June, Dimensional Dial will be coming back with another episode of that. So stay tuned for any announcements on that. I think that is everything. So now let's return to where we left off right after this. Midnight. A single hollow bell tolls across the city of Grand Sorn. It's as if the city has stopped breathing. From the highest golden towers of the Sovereign's Keep to the algae-stained steps of the old docks, arcane wards shimmer like spiders' silk across gates, archways, and bridges. Luminous lines of pale blue glyphs, as if spelling one word in all tongues. The streets are empty, save a few footsteps of guards and the Silent Covenant, searching for criminals. Your safe house. Brick walls, scorched from 5-10 years of fire. The air is thick with dust, mildew, and a build of panic as through one of the dilapidated walls, William has seen a familiar figure, an obsidian-clad knight of sorts. William, you stand in this moment. Seeing this individual turn and begin making their way in your direction. You've seen a walk like this before. It is one of determination and focus. Rain begins to fall outside. It doesn't touch the street. It hisses and vanishes against a barrier dome that seals the city like a glass jar. Every drop as if whispering of time running out. At the end of last session, you made a decision. It's time to roll for that decision. I need you to roll me a d6.
One.
William vanishes from this space if anyone is looking.
Yes.
A green wisp and a small trail left behind that soon disappears. William, you teleport 30 feet up,
Yes.
appearing on the roof of this building.
Not quite what I intended, but still gets the job done as to what my plan was.
Can
That-
Emrys rush over to see what he was looking at? Because I don't think any of us know in here.
William just shouted, "Get everyone up and run." That's all he said before he teleported out.
Right, but he's curious. So he wants to go and look what it is. Very quickly. He rushes over to the same spot that William was looking through.
You see the Royal Incinerator. Smaller than it was before, about the size of an average man.
I
Okay. With that in mind, Emerson knows exactly what everyone else is going to want to do, and he's going to move to the door to interpose them from doing said action.
How far is this royal incinerator from me currently?
I'd say 60 feet.
Perfect. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hex on him. Just putting disadvantage on his. I believe it's wisdom that utilizes perception, or perception utilizes wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm going to put disadvantage on his wisdom, as his pact magic with Caliban coalesces and surges from his chest down to his feet. That black ichor-like energy just shoots across the roof tile, down the brick walls, and across the street, and just envelops the face or the visor of this royal incinerator to make it harder for him to see. That being said, I'm going to separate myself from Calibran. Turning to him. All right, mate. You know, stand a chance against it in a straight-up fight, but I'm hoping between the two of us we can keep him off the trail of the rest of the group.
You sure you want to do this?
No. But we need to make sure that everybody else gets out safe, and we're pretty bloody fast if I say so. Let's not try to tangle with this straight on. Just keep its attention.
That's going to be orders. It's easier said than done with these things. Let's go.
With that, he's going to leave Caliban up to his own devices. He's able to act on his own volition, and able to travel out to 100 feet away from my current position. I'm going to run down to the street and find, if any at all, a unattended horse or something in the street.
Okay.
And try and get that horse and start trying to draw this thing's attention away from the safe house by the group time.
Okay.
And I believe we should still be able to maintain a telepathic connection between each other. If I remember correctly.
You should, yes.
Cool. So yeah, we'll between Caliban and I will be coordinating with each other to keep out of the distance of this thing, but keep its attention.
Okay.
All right. Rest is you guys.
Inside Emrys. Finn, you've known him for just a little bit of time. As the Royal Incinerator takes each step closer, it's as if the air becomes drier and heavy, more difficult to breathe in to your lungs. Finn's looking a little off color. Maybe one too many sweets. But a red glow begins to form in his hands. A small sigil begins to curl on the back of his hand. Dad? My hands are warm.
Everyone, gather your people. The captain's given an order. I suggest we follow it this time.
Grendel is still with her parents, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Grendel immediately, upon hearing Emeris's orders, is just making sure it's just her father, her mother, and her brother is there too, correct?
Her brother was not there.
Okay. She immediately goes to her mama and papa. She checks on them, and she goes, "Okay, I'm not quite sure what is going on right now, but we need to stick together, like Mr. Emeris said. Okay, mama? Okay, papa? Are you guys okay?"
Finn, come here.
What's it then? Your mama and papa kind of give a knowing nod, and just sit tight and looking at the group expectantly for the next step forward. Finn comes over and he looks up at you, and around the outside of his green eyes, a red flame has ignited. Green on the center, red on
I
the
grab
end.
his hands.
They're warm to the touch and heating up even more.
Son,
What is it?
something is coming that is made of fire. I think it's trying to bond with you. You need to resist. And we need to run.
Going fast like lightning.
Fast like lightning. Can you hold on to Papa? No matter how hot you get, I won't let go.
His hand grips tight around as many fingers as his hand can hold. What are the next steps moving forward for you?
Nina, go with them. I'll keep him safe. I need to get him away.
We all need to go.
But we're going to be moving a little bit faster. I need to get him out of range. My friends, I know you care for the captain. Today he's made a choice. And I don't think we should help him. Not this time.
But William has always helped us whenever we were in trouble. Like, yeah, he tends to be the one who gets us in trouble, but he still is the one who's always helped us. We can't just
He's
depend on
helping
him.
us right now. You have your family to look after, Grendel. I have mine.
But William is.
We
a part
can't
of our
help him.
family.
We can't help him. We can't help him and help them too. You need to choose.
Where is Goaty currently? Is he with William?
No. Just before William shouted, Goaty was woken up by a sending spell from KD. So Godi was already on the move towards the front of the safe house. And to Emrys, looking intent on walking through that door.
Don't do it, Mr. Godi. These people matter more. They have to matter more.
Godi begins doing math, figuratively speaking, about the entire situation and trying to figure out what the best course of action is. He does not want to abandon William, but he does not want to, once again, jeopardize the party. And it is such a tough decision for him that he reaches into his bag of runes and draws 3 to look at them. And a little fun fact, your boy actually came into possession of runes in real life, so I actually did this. And this is not manipulated in any way, shape, or form. This is an honest draw. The first rune that Godi would have read in response to the problem of getting everyone to safety. The overview of the problem would be the rune Othala, which direct interpretation is the home and prosperity. And in this interpretation specifically would be the party and their families. The second rune drawn is the challenge or the problem, what needs to be overcome, what might need to be sacrificed. And Godi drew the rune Ise, which is the ice rune. Strange thing to be drawn by a cryomancer, but even stranger when you take in the fact that it comes up in what needs to be sacrificed, shed, done away with in order to actually accomplish the goal. Because one of the things that pops up is specifically psychological blocks to thought or activity, including grievances, like ones that he might have been arguing with all night with a certain pirate. Which leads me to the final draw, the course of action, what to do, is the rune Ansus, which is the signal rune and tied directly to the, real life deity, Norse mythology deity of Loki, the trickster, a shapeshifter. I wish I was making this up. Godi looks, he has all 3 runes in his hand, and as he reads them and interprets them, he looks back up at Emrys. And I don't know if this has happened before, but it may have been, it's definitely probably going to be the first time for Emrys that a tear falls down Godi's cheek. All of you follow me. as he turns and heads to the back of the safe house, specifically taking Grendel's hand so that she comes with him.
You feel a moment of hesitation as Grendel is like, you like, it's like a moment where you try to pull away, but it's like trying to pull on a brick wall. And then she kind of sits there. She has this moment of just despair on her face as she looks back at the door that Emrys is blocking. She doesn't want to fight Emrys, but she wants to save William, but she also knows the situation as she turns back and looks at her family. And she looks back at Godi. And again, she kind of feels like this remembrance of sorts, just this wave of knowing she can trust him. And seeing the look on his face, she just kind of gives a very small frown, and she gives his hand a squeeze, and she's like, okay. And she immediately gestures for her parents to follow as she follows Godi as he leads her.
Emrys heads toward the back. He puts a hand on Nina's shoulder as he passes her, gives it a squeeze, pulls her in, kisses her on the forehead. I'll keep him safe. I promise. But you stay safe too. Keep them safe. They're a bag of monkeys, but they're good people. I love you.
For the first time, probably ever, Nina doesn't have a quip. Not anything to say back. But she's trusting you wholeheartedly as she goes with the rest.
Finn's hands getting pretty hot at this point.
Yes.
Okay. Finn, you ready to run? All right. As he casts haste and fucking books it through the tunnel with Finn.
Outside, William, what are you doing to cause this distraction? The incinerator is about 10 feet from the outside wall.
Okay. So, by the time he makes his way down the street, he's got 4 grenades in his hands. Pulls out, depends on all 4 of them, just tosses them out in the street, obscuring the front door. In front of the front door, along the main wall, and one down the back side of the safe house, and then one more for good measure at the front door, just in case if they were silly enough to go out the front way. They immediately go off, and clouds of smoke begin to disperse.
These grenades don't make a sound. They clink on the cobblestone and immediately just start rolling out this thick smoke. What comes next?
Horse. I can't outrun this motherfucker on my own, but I can move pretty fast with a horse. So I start making my way towards a hitching post or a nearby stable and look for an unattended horse to acquire.
You find one as you approach, and I'm assuming begin to untie it.
Yes.
It kind of bucks its head back a little bit, kind of startling at your particular presence.
I got a mess kit on me, so I'll pull out like a handful of grapes or dried nuts and hold it out for him to get familiarized with both my scent and that I'm there to as a friend.
Yeah, quickly calms down and is available for you to use.
All right, mounting up. Here comes the hard part, getting its attention. It's 10. You said by this point it's 10 feet outside the exterior wall. As I turn the horse out into the street, I just draw Ivara, cock the hammer back. No shot loaded in, but as he points at this motherfucker, the Royal Incinerator, a ball of white light begins to form at the barrel, and as the hammer slams forward, impact making a Eldritch Blast shot at this thing.
Hell yeah.
To get its attention.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
I guess since, I'm level... I have 3 shots, so I come out. Never mind. So that's the first one. The second one is 18. And third is 7 plus 6 is 13. So I'm assuming the first 2 hit, but the third one doesn't. So damage is D10. That's 3, and that one's flying. We'll come back to that.
What was the second number? Do you remember?
22. 23, 22, and 13.
Okay, yeah, you're right. The first 2 hit.
So 4 points of force damage, and with that, the first hit draws him 10 feet towards me with the Hunger Arms of Hadar feature. And with that, fucking booking it. My dad back.
You
Go ahead.
You have hexed this this figure.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot the hex damage. Shit.
Yep. Go ahead and roll that.
Was that D6?
You fire this Eldritch Blast as it impacts the back of the helm.
It's additional 4 points. Necrotic. Ow.
This creature does not move 10 feet back towards you, as the air around it ripples, resisting the pull of that particular magic.
Oh.
This creature cannot be forced to move.
Oh no, that's scary.
The panels on the helm shut and open once again. And as they do, the color has changed from red, a fire inside, to a glowing purple. As it turns towards you to look, for a moment, you have its attention.
Okay. With that, and we start fucking booking it down the street.
What are you all doing inside?
I do believe that Godi is at this point lifting up a certain trap door. Which, if I am correct, as he lifts up that door, on the inside cover, there are actually runes with Godey's name, as well as a phrase.
You are correct. Let me get to that information as well.
I believe that I was sent this when last we played, and I don't know which. That's the wrong Chris.
I'd also like to point out, as you guys make your way to the common area, you would see a certain fabric folded up neatly and resting on a table. Grendel would probably recognize the fabric, though.
If it's pretty fabric, Grendel will go over to it.
It's not pretty fabric, but it is the same fabric that you've interacted with time and time again.
Is this William's coat?
No, it's the portable hole, dog.
Oh, it's the portable hole? Oh, my bad.
Imagine if we left that behind.
Oh no! Grendel immediately will walk over to it, seeing it, and she's just gonna kind of lift it up, and she kind of thinks back to like them leaving William behind. She kind of takes the portable hole. Is Emrys here, or is he still like zoomy zooms? He's still zoomy zooms. Okay, so she's not gonna be able to get the buckler currently right now, but she will lift up the hole. And thinking about William, she will just kind of like hold it to her chest, and she's just going to be like, I will make sure that we get you back, and then I will make all of them go Betty buys. And she is going to in her pack just store the portable hole. She's not going to pull out the cannon or anything until it is necessary. With her ballista still like strapped to her back.
So as Cody reaches for this, the phrase you were given last time was the grass leads to the balance of salvation. Is that the one?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Oh, the sentence would be. Hang on, let me shift my brain from Old Norse to Latin. Serata perenne per malus.
Smash.
I believe that's the direct translation. I could be
Bless
wrong.
you.
Oh, thank you. And I do believe that would need to be uttered upon entering the tunnel below.
And that would lock the way as well. Perfect. Similar to the expanse of Grand Soren, but not pale blue. Silver threads begin to weave themselves across this door. And from the other side, the floor where the seams of the trapdoor had been mend themselves into a solid, impenetrable wall. At the bottom of these initial steps, there's a small box. And as you open it, there are small little stones that glow slightly. The amount in here is the exact number for the party, one for each of you. Once distributed amongst yourselves, there are... How far are you going, Emrys?
He's having to go over land because the trapdoor was not open until Cody opened it?
Godi had opened it.
Yes.
Okay. He would have waited for Goda to open it and then
Okay.
gone through the tunnel. So, how far does the tunnel go?
a decent ways.
He's probably waiting at the end of the tunnel, hoping that Finn's hands relax.
Does this extend past where the box of rocks is?
Yes.
Okay, if Godi would have seen him doing that, he would have made him stop and given them their stones first. And like as he's kind of like handing them to, he's just
Okay.
only one problem at a time, and just hands them directly to him. And says, go.
If there is a time where Emrys does
He
stop
runs.
to receive these stones with the group, would it be possible, like, I know like Emrys is in haste, would it be possible for Grendel to like just turn to Emrys? And are they currently still in Grand Soren in this safe house, or is this just outside Grand Soren? We're still currently in
This
Grand
is
Soren.
still inside, yes.
Okay, then I will withhold from asking for it, because knowing that bringing out any sort of shard of the Amber Paragon would draw issue to them, that she does know, and so
I don't have it on my sheet. I have the Sea King's Fang on my sheet, but not
you have the bag of holding. If you remember when they went into Grand Soren, Grendel handed because they needed to store the Amber Paragons, and so the buckler is stored in the bag of holding, but
The buckler was with me.
Yeah. So the buckler is with you, but Grendel also now has the portable hole as well, but she's not going to pull the buckler out if they are still within Grand Soren, because that will just cause more of a risk and attraction towards them, because the power of the Amber Paragon does draw problems. So, but she will keep that in mind in her little Grendel noggin.
Emrys B. Thuman.
Zoom, zoom, zoom!
You head down this trail, Emrys. And as the faint glow of the rocks streaks behind you,
oh shoot,
you see, as you pass by different sections of this tunnel, sigils dim and then brighten as you pass. Had you not taken the stones, there would be a dexterity check for this position, for this little stretch of tunnel.
They're wards against the glyphs of warding, I imagine. Traps.
Yeah, they're kind of like a rite of passage, like a keystone, essentially.
Okay, all right. I just had to ask because Grendel has no idea with magic. She's just like, "Oh, I got the rock," and
yeah, it's a shiny rock. It's a small glowing rock, and it's very pretty.
She's like, "I got the rock. It's nice."
About the size of a pearl, round and smooth and slightly glowing.
As we travel in the opposite direction of this thing, is his condition improving or getting worse?
You go your full distance in a turn. As you begin to move away from the situation, the air retains its moisture once again. These are old rundown waterways that are no longer in use. The mark begins to dissipate, and his hands begin to reduce in temperature. However, there is now a small scar in the shape of that sigil on his hand. It looks very similar, if you were to take some time, to a birthmark that he has. One that looks a lot like a representation of stone in the writings of magic. As you distribute the stones, there is still one that is not in the possession of anyone in the box.
Honestly, Matt's a little surprised. Thought that our mysterious benefactor would have counted this person out anyway.
There's always hope.
There's always hope. Just double checking with the speed that Emrys is moving. He's not going to make it out of the tunnel before the rest of us, are we? Is he like?
I am moving at near Mach 1.
Depends. We'll find out this next round,
Okay.
and see what happens there.
He will wait at the end of the tunnel. He's not going to go out.
Just wait for you right there.
That's not stealthy.
William,
Yes.
you fire the shot. Its attention is momentarily grabbed. Caliban waits around the corner in his glowing green form, peeking around the corner, waiting for the right moment to strike as this creature turns. Not towards you. It takes another step and plunges its greatsword into the brick wall. As it begins to make contact, the brick softens and begins to melt and cave inwards as an opening is created in the side of this safe house, large enough for them to enter.
Shit.
It moves its full speed in, taking its great sword and turning it downwards, raising it up, and plunges it into the floor. A shockwave emits. One of the walls caves in, a section of the roof as well. An old dilapidated building on its last legs just needed a push. It's your turn.
And so far as this incinerator made its way into the safe house, I don't hear any screams from anyone inside. It's quiet.
No screams, no ensuing combat, no other spells or noises, anything like that.
Okay. Caliban, can you get a look inside? What is he attacking?
He moves through and gives you sight. It's the floor. And as the dust settles and clears, the smoke rolling off of this individual moves, and you see that this rotten wooden floor is still intact after that impact.
Oh, shit. That's some strong magic. All right. Seeing that, keep observation. I'm going to keep making my way out. If I need to, I'll turn around and draw its attention, but let's see how long this barrier holds.
You mean to try and draw him back out in the street?
No, just observe for now. Don't be spotted. With that, he's going to stay within the 100-foot radius, so that way he can maintain connection with Calibrand. But he's going to proceed further down the street towards the outer city limits.
Okay.
And then with that, he'll stop, and then cast disguise self on himself to make himself look like a city guard if anybody does come rushing out.
Okay.
Or if any city guards come rushing out.
Okay. Okay. So, KD, I have made your dex saving throw,
Thank you.
and it is a 7.
Okay. Our beloved, what's the name of this thing again?
It's the Rural Incinerator. Mm-hmm.
The real incinerator is going to take 72 points of damage.
What?
Shit.
As force damage.
Okay.
As the moment that the integrity of the safe house, it is compromised and a full wall falls down and this thing enters the space, the spell Disintegrate is cast on everything inside the safe house as well as the perpetrator.
Sure glad I wasn't left inside that.
That is the ultimate, like, we're compromised, torch everything.
Mhm.
There's just going to be
Everything
like
just
a
begins to
Minecraft perfect hole where the safe house used to be.
The safe house is like the remaining parts of the safe house are going to stay. Everything inside is not, and the wall that has been demolished as well.
It's just going to be perfectly clean.
Perfectly clean.
It's not
This
even
thing
gonna
just
be a one.
broke down a house that for some reason seemed to be pristine. There was nobody there. There was nothing there.
So here's the thing. Everything begins to disintegrate, crumble into nothingness. Earlier, William shot an Eldritch Blast, which was force damage. The creature used its resistance, or its reaction, to absorb that. Changing its resistance from fire to force. So it's going to take, you said 72?
I believe so, yeah. So that's 36.
36.
Me just double checking this is an ability that the Royal Incinerator has and not the spell Absorb Elements.
True.
Okay.
Okay. Very well. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and roll some initiative. I'm getting kind of lost. Let's go back down in the hole with Grendel Emerus and Godi with families in tow.
Did I hear we're rolling initiative, or is there another thing? Okay.
You can go ahead and take this turn. I'm just making sure that we're giving everybody their turns.
Okay.
Also, I just want to let you know, Chris, due to the fact that Grendel does not have her buckler on her, it says that her armor is at 19, but that is with the buckler. So
yes, so minus.
I believe it's a -3 or a minus. Yeah. So her AC is currently has gone from a 19 to a 16 currently. Just so you have that in mind. I'm also going to try my best to keep that in mind as well. I just don't want to have to like readjust things as much as
No,
possible.
you're good.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. We are rolling initiative, like everybody is. We're gonna fuck the shit up.
Well, or somebody's trying to fuck shit up.
Yeah,
The rest of us are trying to just get the fuck out,
obviously. Okay, all right, let's do this.
as it was foretold.
Okay, Grendel has a 9. So
I've been wanting to get runes like that for a while now, so it was really cool when you pull them out. I was like, oh,
I couldn't make that shit up if I tried.
no, it's spooky, dude.
Okay. So you all begin to move through this tunnel. It's very direct. There are a few offshoots to it, but the glowing stones light your way and guide you through the path forward. These are, like I said, out-of-date waterways. Just a sign of urban decay, a society built on top of the last one. These are the forgotten veins of Grand Sorn. Tunnels that aren't on anyone's maps, aren't on anyone's radar. The Arcanium hasn't even found these or know that they exist. You hear like an earthquake, the impact above you as you begin to move through. Emrys,
Yeah.
you come
scale?
to you come to an opening as this narrow waterway opens. It's filled with moonlight. The moons of Vardin at their peak. Through a small crevice in the top, you see 1 or 2 stars. And standing between you and the other side of this cavern is about 300 feet of water. Old ruins on both sides. A small trickle coming out of the rock, a natural spring perhaps. Old dilapidated columns holding up the natural stone. Everything built in and around this natural cavern. Need you to make me a... Are you still moving or do you stop?
I stopped for a moment to take it in and take stock of it.
Okay.
You all right, pal? How you feeling?
Okay.
Okay, I look at his eyes. Still the red rim.
Around 1. But not alight. Dormant. Do you think I could shoot fire out of my hands?
I think you can. But be careful, remember what I told you. Fire's alive, it wants to spread. It's very dangerous.
Can I use them on gag guys?
Bad guys?
Gag guys, yeah.
When you're older.
Do you fight gag guys?
For you and Mom, I do.
When I get older, I'm gonna.
All right. You ready to go? We got some more running to do.
Oh, I'm so tired.
I've been carrying the whole way.
Sitting makes me tired.
Well, you rest.
I need you to make me a perception check real quick, or an investigation, either one.
Reliable talent. Please. It's it's a 9 perception check.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be a visible way across this expanse, this lake. As you look around, the depth of this pool is almost bottomless.
Am I still hasted?
You are still hasted, yes. Can you run across water?
I can turn my... Okay, so... While hasted, I will use a cantrip to shape water and turn my shoes into ice boats. And-
Okay. All right. Perfect. Let's see. With that, in initiative, it is Royal Incinerator. Followed by Goaty. It raises the sword, seeing that the impact hasn't had the effect it needs to. With the debris from the disintegrate spell, Caliban would see as the openings close and open once again. As it opens, the air is pulled in. And it turns its attention right where you wanted it, William.
I'm in so much trouble.
It steps to the opening in the wall. And it,
Teleports.
in a
Fuck.
flash of fire and smoke, turns into itself, teleporting 60 feet right behind you.
Okay. All right. I can still work with that a little bit. Shit. That's terrifying.
It pops up. How far are you from it at this point? Did you
I would have
get
been
on the
100.
horse and book it?
Yeah, I would have been 100 feet. 100 feet away from it. Maximum
so
distance from Caliban.
It appears about 40 feet from you. The faint smell of sulfur kind of hitting your nostrils as it does. And I believe that will be all. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh no, 120 foot line. I didn't think it would head range, but it does.
Oh boy.
So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. That's good. 26.
26. So you'll take half of this.
I guess it can see through magic, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. Shit.
Oh, is this at disadvantage? Or no, it's not a...
I disguised myself as a royal guard. I'm guessing it can see through magic like that.
It does have a different way to find you all, yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Hoping that you find out very soon.
Oh.
So that will be 32 points of fire damage as it appears, plants its great sword in the ground, bracing itself as this furnace just down the street.
My one-time use of Path of the Grave, I'm going to expel that necrotic energy that absorbs or envelops that blast and negate it entirely. For the one time that I have. Oh, God.
Souls rise up. Are you running away from it?
Yes.
Souls rise from the ground. These green spectral images of people screaming, tormented, as they entrap this inferno coming towards you as they burn away in your place.
That's dark, dog.
Man, I was gonna say, it was like, this is a guy we trust to be our captain. He's summoning souls from the ground, bro.
It is Cody. Let's see. Yep, followed by Grundle. So you can take your turns at the same time if you would like to. You would be getting closer, begin to hear the trickling of water, seeing the stones work their magic as you make your way through these waterways, allowing you safe passage through here. An occasional rat or crawling insect passing you by, but for the time being, nothing really menacing. For once in the last while, there's something about this particular path that is peaceful, a respite from the rest of the world. Is there anything particular you would like to do, or shall we move forward?
Nothing in particular for Godi. Just noting that even though the area is peaceful, he has not found peace because he's trying very much so to catch up to Emrys before Emrys makes it out of the cave.
Very well.
Ain't gonna happen, dog. You ain't gonna catch me.
That's not for my benefit.
I know.
Is Godi still like pulling Grendel along this whole entire time?
Yes.
Okay. I will say, I don't know, like, when it comes to her mother, but, like, I know her father could probably at least keep up with Godi and Grendel, but, like, at some point, Grendel, with her free arm, will try and scoop up her mother just to carry her, so her father can, like, keep up with them, because she doesn't know if her father's injuries are still going to affect him, from what happened recently. And so she immediately is going to scoop up her mother, and she would try her best to just carry her mother. Even though things seem peaceful, Grendel is still going to apply like the fighting techniques that William has ingrained in her in the time that she has had. She is pretty much going to be looking for any sort of threat while she's doing this, considering that she knows that there is a devil, like some kind of fucking forge magical monster going after William, and they probably have something chasing on their heels. But she is pretty currently just actively looking everywhere that she can for any sort of remote threat, or anything that they need to worry about when it comes to the environment around them that could pose a threat.
Okay. Do you have, as a barbarian, do you have danger sense?
I do not have dangers. I don't think I.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. So would that be
Yes.
under actions?
No.
It's a feature.
It's a feature.
It's like a
Feature you
level
get-
2 barbarian feature.
Okay.
Gives you advantages on dexterity saving throws on any perceived threats.
All right, give me a minute. I don't think I have that feature because I
You
think
do.
do I?
It's
Hold
a
on.
the
it's
same
a
thing that
built-in
gives you-
class.
It's the same thing that gives you advantage on initiative.
So my advantage on initiative comes from my feral
Instinctual pass. Oh
No,
yeah.
it comes from my feral instinct. If you are surprised at the beginning of combat but not incapacitated, you can attack normally on your first turn if you enter a rage before doing anything else. That is how I have my advantage. I don't think from the looks of it, looking
Go
at
to your dexterity saves and you'll see an advantage marker there.
Okay, give me a moment. Yeah, well, I have. Oh, okay, yeah. So below it says on dexterity against effects that you can see while not blinded, defeated, or incapacitated, and then it says in parentheses danger sense.
Yeah.
So sorry, I never just saw it under features. I didn't realize like that was a thing when it came
You
to
did.
barbarians.
You look around, and any of the traps or anything like that, any sort of threats that you would see, as you get closer to them, that itching feeling that something is going to happen goes away. As the stones flicker and the trap deactivates for the amount of time that you are in that space. These small, tiny little stones, something so inconsequential, something that someone would possibly just throw away, are helping you pass through this well-guarded place. However,
Go ahead. Sorry.
However, you still have a feeling that something is coming. So I will give you advantage on any perception checks moving forward.
I will say, especially if Goaty is just yanking her through all of this, Grendel will just take the time. Did we hear the walls crumbling whenever okay. I guess the only thing I can really say is Grendel is going to be continuously looking back to make sure like she will kind of with her mother in her arms, and she is ready to toss her to her father if need be. But Grendel will be kind of stay a little bit behind if Goaty would allow it. I don't know where Goaty is currently in the position of players currently. I know Emrys is in front. I'm guessing Goaty is probably second, and then there's Grendel following behind. She is going to continuously be looking back, trying to make sure there is nothing following them.
Mm-hmm.
She probably has the stone clenched in her hands. She doesn't really see the magic or understand it, but she does know like the stone is important, especially if Goaty handed it to her. But she just has this very off feeling, and with that, I would like to just continuously be looking back. If I can use that as an action of sorts. Or a bonus action, just to make sure we're not fucking surprised if something's coming up behind us.
Perfect.
To where Grendel can, Grendel is preparing to toss her mother to her father and pretty much take the fucking heat of shit to try and slow them down if it comes down to it, because she knows a lot of her party is injured. She herself is in full condition. She is ready to at least try to make sure that her family and Emeris's family, as well as Godi, can at least make it if William, died, and she wants to make sure his sacrifice is not in vain and try to protect people as much as possible, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. No, yeah.
Okay.
Totally makes sense.
So that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Stupid
Nina is
question.
also there in the back, making sure that everything is like with you, kind of on that. So there's two of you looking out for the backside of the party at this point.
Stupid question. We
Have
have
we
not been
got
running for a minute,
advantage?
right? You already have advantage because danger sense.
We're getting close.
Okay. Could I instead saying that Godi would have been in the only thing that he has in an attempt to try and catch up to Emeris, would have been trying to it takes a minute to activate, but technically Cloud Walk is still there. It has not been 8 hours since he cast it.
True.
So when we hit that minute mark, Godi's going to turn into I imagine that it's not this, but then he's going to turn into Cloud and have a speed of 300 feet, which dashing would give him 600 feet. And even though you're at Mach 1, homie, I think I'll catch you. Eventually.
Barely faster, but I am carrying Finn.
This is also true.
So that probably slows me down a bit.
So that being said, like while he's kind of channeling, he's going to like be talking to Grendel, like knowing that she's kind of keeping her family in order and everything like that, and just be like, listen, I have to catch up to Emeris, and it, like as he's doing, think like one-handed Naruto hand seals is kind of happening. As he's like kind of talking and going through all of this and doing the whole thing, having a moment where he's just like saying, I have to catch up to Emeris, or else this is all going to be for naught. So I need you to keep running through these tunnels. There shouldn't be any turns. There shouldn't be any forks or anything like that. Straight shot, right out. But I have to catch Emeris.
Is
Damn,
there a
you
way?
do move
Is there a
faster
way
than
for
me.
Grendel to respond, or
This is verbally.
Oh, verbally? Okay. Grendel.
This is just me saying, like, I'm trying to activate Cloud Walk.
Okay, all right. Grendel immediately, she just looks at Godi and she goes, No, it's okay. Make sure that Emeris and his family are okay. Papa and I, we can handle Mama, and we got this. And I don't know where my brother is, but we got this. I'll catch up to you guys. Don't worry, okay? And if that nasty thing decides to show its face in here, I will make it go Betty buys. I promise you. And she, as she calls out, and then you can still hear the sound of doo 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 doo, just like her footsteps.
If Godi lets go and Grendel starts moving at her, like this is pretty fun. Like, go ahead, go up front, and Grendel starts moving at her speed. Grendel is faster than Godi, so you're a barbarian, homie. My speed is 35.
Grendel.
You have 50 feet of movement.
Grendel can only go 40 feet. She does have a swimming speed of 70 feet though,
which is wild. But you're still 5 feet faster than me. Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's because
it's literally going to be like you're like go ahead, and then you start pulling away from Godi.
Because she doesn't. Once she feels like she was lost, but as soon as Godi explains to her that there's like no twists or turns, it's going to be a straight shot. She's just like, okay, I believe in you, Mr. Goldie. And then like she immediately like with the one hand release, she's got the rock clenched in one hand, her mother cradled in her, and she has her father running beside her, and she's just and she is booking it as fast as she can. Yeah. Grendel.
William.
Okay, so that Cloud Walk does present a unique opportunity, but this thing is still able to track me somehow. I'm going to try and spam my unique ability, or not unique, but my fighter ability that we kind of abused early on in the campaign, but have since, reined back since I was using it out of the correct context. Instead of learning any unique abilities or any abilities in contrast to my own, I've spent some time observing this thing before, so far. Is there any indication along the visor or the helm that would signify how it's able to track us despite any physical changes like my disguised self or barriers that we pose in between ourselves? How is there sigils that we can see behind the helm? I'm trying to discern the nature of how he's able to track us.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Does this ability take your bonus action, reaction, action, something like that?
Know your enemy is just a observational feature. It doesn't require any. It just requires me to observe them. I don't have any points, so I can't use my tactical assessment ability. So this is just me trying to discern how I can obscure myself from this creature as I'm running away.
Okay.
So for a perception, it's an 18 plus 7, so 25.
25. This blast of Inferno destroys your horse.
Yeah, I'm on foot again. No, I absorbed it, remember?
That's for you, though, isn't it?
Shit. Yeah. Yeah.
As it falls to the ground, you tuck and roll. Ready yourself. You look around the helm, no sigils, no markings. But around the waist, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Write this down. Does it have beads? It has beads on us, doesn't it?
There are, I believe, how many are in your party? Just you,
6
Grendel, because we don't have Millie or Xenia at this time.
Oh, fuck me. Luna.
There are 4.
Yeah.
There are 4 small tokens, almost vial-like. Each one with a small red gem. From 40 feet away, it's difficult to see. But these have something to do with it.
There's 4 of them, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to target it. I'm going to utilize seeing these tokens. And I now know I need to fucking... I am desperate for options here. I'm going to run.
Mm-hmm.
Utilizing my action to dash. But I'm going to communicate to Calibran. It's tracking us somehow. I think it has something to do with those tokens on its waist. You think you can snatch a few? Or destroy them?
I can certainly try.
With that, go ahead.
He says we need to get in close.
Yeah, I gotta get out of range of this fucking thing or it's gonna kill me. How long does it take to revert to the cloud cloud form?
A minute, 10 rounds.
Fuck, I am so screwed. Zig and zag, baby. Zig and zag. That's the best option. I'm breaking line of sight and I'm doing my best to make sure that no matter what, this motherfucker does not get a clear line of sight on me as best as I can. So action dash. I'm gonna use my bonus action to have Calibrand make some sort of attack on those tokens itself. Try and take those out.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. He has an attack.
You wanting to try to destroy it or take it?
With my perception, I'd be able to reasonably discern it would be easier to snatch him away than it would be to destroy him?
Yeah, most likely.
Okay. Then utilizing Calibrand's spectral form as best as I can, it would be better to just make quick in and outs and snatch those tokens. As he's locked in on me, and he's one of those specific tokens, particularly glowing, indicating that it's because it seems to be following me now that it can't see anybody else.
No, but there are 2 of them that have red centers. The others are clear.
Okay. I'm gonna snatch at least one of them with an action, sleight of hand. Fuck, I am so fucking nervous right now. I can't go Misty any goddamn time soon. Okay, we're gonna break out the Calibrand die here, the steel dragon scale D20, and we're gonna go for one of those bad boys. Please give me a nat fucking 20. That's not great. Would him being stealth afford me any bonuses?
Here, let me do something.
He does have deception on perception, or he has disadvantage on
He
perception.
does have disadvantage on perception, so that
Deception on perception.
Oh god, I
You don't
wish.
see
I
me.
fucking wish.
I'm so nervous. The words are soup.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check for Calvin.
All right. Well, his stealth was 18.
18.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. So. All right. One more. All right. That's fucking not great, but it's better.
I'm sorry, did I hear you say that these Calibrand dice are betraying you?
Hmm.
Knew it.
He does have a fly speed of 40. That's pretty cool. Sleight of hand would be dexterity. So plus 5, 16.
16. Calibrand moves from behind. And like a shot, incorporeally moves through this thing. And just as he's about to grab the one you're after, the incinerator
Oh, fuck.
pulls him out in a solidified form. No good! No good!
Oh, fuck. No. Shit. Can I call him back as a free action? Let's see.
Yeah,
Fuck.
as As he says that, he'll teleport back closer to you.
Okay. Shit.
That's a failure. Could not grab it. Too low.
Oh my god. Freaking love it. Oh no, that's not good.
Anything else? You use your movement speed, kind of zigzagging around.
Yep, making sure he's having a hard time getting line of sight. That was my bonus action.
Was 25?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and finish your turn. I've got something right after.
Gotcha. Is there any... fuck. He's tracking me through buildings. He's tracking me through magic. Shit. I think easier bet is just destroy it at this point. Any way to get underground? As I'm running through these streets. Porthole, anything?
There are some sewer covers and things like that. Those are also marked with the
sewer
glowing blue. So every conceivable exit.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's marked. That's right. Fuck. All right. I'm fucking screwed, man. God damn it! I don't have any spells. Okay. Cool.
That's weird. You know who had spells?
Yeah, buddy.
But you told everybody to run. The reason why he died the first time is because he didn't have access to his magic.
Let's go ahead and we're just gonna keep running, and then gonna try and fucking break out the old cloud walk. Actually, no, there's not enough time. I'm just gonna keep running. I have to use my action to dash. All right, I'll end my turn. Okay. Still going towards the exterior of the city.
With that perception check, as you're moving through, the initial sound wave and the attack from the incinerator has begun to draw attention. As you move through towards the outskirts of the city, the outer wall, trying to find any sort of rat hole to get through, you see the two members of the Silent Covenant again.
Silent Coven?
The individual that looked similar to Xenia.
Oh no, I'm not gonna have to rely on these motherfuckers. Shit. Dropping the disguise self so I don't look like a fucking city guard anymore. Because that doesn't work. I'm gonna make my way to them then.
As you get closer, you hear them. Lower quarter. There's something going on there. A lot of smoke. Need to investigate down there. It's probably where they're making their exit. With that, Emerus. Did we lose him? Oh no. Where did he go?
This is my chance. I'm going to catch up.
Yeah, catch up to him, Cody.
I think the Silent Court, as I think William knows, are the bad guys,
yes.
Right?
Never mind. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
okay.
I would have kept. In that case, I would have kept the disguise self up.
You keep that. Keep it. All right. With that, then we will go to Victor.
Beloved DM, can the incinerator make me a dex save?
Of course.
And DC 15, and if he could fail, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, well, the dice heard you. It's a 10 plus 1, or minus 1.
Oh,
so 9.
Excellent. Wonderful.
You know what'd be crazy? Second disintegrate.
We all know what happens with the second disintegrate.
If only. No, but this is a little different. This is a little different. William, from the distance, as you keep, dashing and everything, if you at any point look back at where this thing is, you actually feel it as you're running. That there's like a little, like the earth seems to grumble a little bit, and the next thing you know is the earth in the area where the incinerator is actually seems to begin to shift, like there's an earthquake just there, as earth tremor has been cast, and it actually takes 4 points of bludgeoning, and it's knocked prone.
How much?
4 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
How do you want to do that? No, I'm kidding.
This isn't dimensional dial, Matt.
Okay. That is not in there. Very nice.
That's great. That's awesome.
Excellent. Then I'm just going to roll these things beforehand, just for the fun of it. Okay, give me 1 second. So I need to do this with advantage. Okay. So that is a 12d12. Let's see. And another. So a 17 and 217. The 17 hit.
17 does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay. So the earth trembles. This thing falls down. And Willem, you just see this kind of like blur, this short blur that moves into the space of this thing. And you just hear the sound of like metal impacting the body of this thing a couple of times, just like Kong, as this thing goes one side and then it moves to the other side. You just hear Kong once again, and then you just see this figure sort of step back, and it goes, "Oh, you're quite a tough bastard, aren't you? Yeah, I don't know who made you, but you're quite interesting. Yeah, would you be willing? I don't know. Can that face of yours tell me what is it that you're made of, man? Actually, while you're down there, just hold me for a second." And you just see Toro literally turn around toward you, William, and he just starts walking with his pickaxe that he forged at last time you guys saw him. And he just looks at you and goes, "Oi! I don't know. I don't know what you guys are up to, yeah, but they told me to tell you, what was it? Don't be stupid. Hurry the fuck up. The fuck I had it for myself. I thought it would be a nice touch, yeah. So in the meantime, yeah, it seems like there's some commotion. I'm just gonna help a little bit around here. Let's see." And then he turns around. One of the gems on the war pick seems to glow, as you then see Toro with a distance of like making a distance of like maybe like 10 feet of this thing of the incinerator, just grabbing the pick and just slamming it on the ground as I cast the once per day special ability of this thing, which is Erupting Earth. And you see, William, as a wall 15 feet tall and 50 feet wide just starts protruding and erupting in front of this incinerator, and it just blocks the way 15 feet across, as Toro just sort of like lands his hand and just looks at the wall and goes, "Not my best work, I can work with it. Yeah. All right, I'll see you later, yeah? Also, you haven't, if the cat says something about about me. Yeah, it's probably not true. It's just you take care, yeah. And you just see Toro kind of just putting the war pick on his side as he just leans on it, and it's just like staring at the wall as it seems to be just waiting for this thing to make his way and see if it's gonna attempt to hit through it, move through it, and it's just gonna be there.
So fucking unhinged.
Beautiful. Emrys, you said you shape water and resume your zoom.
Yes. How far across is this underground lake?
This is 300 feet.
300 feet. Okay. I don't quite make it to the other side yet. However, once he does, and he has feet back on terra firma, he will set Finn down, and they will wait there for the rest of the group. He will drop haste, because this water presents an opportunity. He is going to speak with Finn and start to train him on how to use fire. Even though the memories come flooding back.
Mm-hmm.
But he lets him shoot fire into the water.
You make it across. And you're sitting there for a few moments. He conjures his first spark of flame, splashing it into the water. Giggling, just joyous splashing. I need you and Finn to make me a dexterity saving throw.
If this is potentially a bad thing, Emrys will forego any dexterity save to help Finn have advantage on the dex save. We will push him out of the way of anything.
Okay.
So you let me know.
Yep.
I'll make the dex save for myself for now. 25.
And for Finn, no modifiers.
No modifier. 20 roll. 2 DM. Oh, my boy's good.
What'd you get?
He got an 18.
18. As the water settles after the last splash, you've noticed a shift in the color. Slightly. Almost imperceptible.
It's -2. I forgot I had an exhaustion. So 23
23.
for me.
At this point, Goaty, you would be rounding the corner. Grendel, pretty much almost behind.
I will say, like, with any turns, she would have used her actions to just dash like a motherfucker. She is booking it.
Absolutely.
As long as her father can keep up. If her father has, like, a lower running speed.
For the cinematics of it and just for ease of keeping kind of everything moving and going through, we'll keep everyone together.
Okay.
High pressure jet of water, almost needle-like, shoots up from the water. You move Finn out of the way just in time as it goes by your cheek. You don't feel it for the first few seconds. And then, like a paper cut, draws the slightest amount of blood from your cheek. As rising from the water, similar to a water elemental, fluid in body, but mostly maintaining a round ball-like shape as it rises on the side of this lake. Has no face, but its attention drawn to the two of you.
Oh, you picked the wrong day. And he flicks the ring on his finger and casts Destroy Water.
Okay. Tell me what that does.
Destroys water up to a large area. Where is it? I've got the ring here. Ocean's Grasp can cast Control Water, Create or Destroy Water once per day. You create up to 10 gallons of water within range. Alternative to waterfalls. Extinguishing exposed flames. Destroy water. You destroy up to 10 gallons of water in an open container within range. A cave's an open container, I would say.
Yeah. Let's see. 10. 10 is 20%, so 20%.
Or size of cube increases by each above 1. So this is cast at 3rd level. So it destroys 30 gallons of water.
30 gallons of water. Shoot.
Mhm.
Okay, that's harder to do math-wise, but I can do it.
30-foot cube?
30 gallons of water.
Oh, that's destroy fog in a 30-foot cube.
Math brain, I need one. What is
Present.
percentage of 30 out of 50?
30-50 is
15.
15%?
Well, wait. You want 30% of
30% out of
50.
Wouldn't that just be 20%?
What percentage is 30 out of 50?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be if it's
calculator.
50?
I got this.
So you're counting 50% of water as 100% of water?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I get the math. I get the math.
60%.
Now. I ain't gonna do that.
60%.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
60%. Quick maths.
Holy crap.
The majority of it was me opening up the calculator on the computer. Just a quick cross multiply and divide. Or just figure out the two different fractions.
Remember PEMDAS.
Please excuse my drunk Aunt Sherry.
When we thought we'd never use anything we learned in high school.
It's
Use
only
it
in
for
it's only in
D&D.
D&D where you literally have to use what you learned in high school.
That's what they were doing. All those
Yep.
years
They just
training
wanted
us
to
for
play
D&D.
D&D all along.
D&D players be like, oh, I suck at math, but also when you plug the range of the spell into the Pythagorean theorem, since it's a flying enemy, and then go through PEMDAS, and you got to actually do the multiplication of the
See,
damage.
teachers,
and then,
it's all about context. Teach your students with something that they're interested in,
If
and they'll
this,
learn better.
if this was the 80s, math would have been considered Satanism.
Oh,
no, that was like the 15th, 16th century, somewhere around there. That it was
Only if a woman
Burned at the
spoke
stake.
math. Burned the witch!
yeah, basically.
Let's see. So this thing takes a massive 106 points of damage from that, completely shuddering and losing a lot of its height from that particular attack. It's looking
I just
pretty
turn to
rough shape.
Finn and go, Finn?
Hey,
Bad guy.
bad guy.
Jesus.
Boy is ready! Ah!
I've been waiting my entire life for this moment.
Oh, that little kid angst just coming out. Just-
Daddy, I learned a spell. What spell did you learn? Meteor Swarm.
You never took me to the park!
Oh god. Okay, so that is a 17 to hit a fire bolt for Finn, and that is going to do 5 points. It's a D10
Yeah.
plus something, or
No.
just straight D10. Cool. Awesome. So down another 5 points. Okay. At this point, Godi is rounding the corner. You see this floating mass of water in the air that seems to be menacing the two across the lake.
Okay. Options. Probably going to be in that. Which is weird because they have stones. So if this was a natural thing in the cave, then it shouldn't be fucking with them. But you know what? I didn't design this place. I'm just going to leave one hell of a Yelp review. Yeah, methinks that we're going to use one of our free castings of Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
I'll ignore that roll in D&D Beyond. I don't have advantage for any reason, do I? Am I technically hidden? Probably not.
Yeah.
Hey, we love a gracious God. So plus 9. We're going to need that advantage, so that's a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Rude. Well, fine.
What's the range on that, by the way?
120 feet.
Cool.
For shits and giggles, because I can then. Bonus action, healing word on myself. And because we're hurting. So, yeah, we're just going to do first level. Work our way up. It's going to be a 8 more HP, and that'll be a Godi.
Okay. Grendel, you're up. So by the time Godi makes it about halfway across, you can cast from the cloud, correct?
Oh, did I become the cloud? I thought that we caught up before I was the cloud.
I was under the impression that you had become the cloud to catch up.
Well, that was the idea, but I thought that time is a weird soup. I thought that like rounding the corner was like,
Okay.
we were about it. So if
I can fix this. You round the corner, see the situation. In a desperate plea, you're pretty sure this isn't going to hit. You try to cast this guiding bolt. It's too far. You do your best. It falls short. I need you to make a perception check.
That I can do. Perception check. That's 9. Let me give this guy another chance. 16.
16. 16 is enough. On the pillar, there is... You would see something like this at a gravesite, perhaps. A small memorial. A few candles, perhaps. Flowers and trinkets left as offerings in remembrance of someone. Many of these scattered through the mountains back home. There's one here. You notice it on this side. As you round the corner of Grendel, what do you do? Grendel, you're up.
Oh, okay. So Goaty has already taken his turn and everything.
Yep.
His witch bolt or firebolt fell short, etc.
Mhm.
Turning the corner, we currently are watching across the water with this entity that is attacking Emrys and his son.
Mm-hmm. You just
Okay.
saw Finn throw a firebolt at this thing.
All right. How many feet is this?
That's 300 feet across the lake.
300 feet. Hold on. I need to look up how far my
Ballista.
ballista can shoot. Give me a moment. It's been a while since I've used my ballista, so
Firing your ballista at water, which my son and I are on the other side of. Don't think about it too hard.
well, it was like what 300 feet at advantage and like something at disadvantage. I cannot remember because I don't have it stated in here. I'm gonna probably have to go to the Discord to see if I can find it again.
Let's see. I thought I had that in a Word document somewhere.
I do apologize. I put the damage and the added damage to the ballista in my notes, but I never officially put like the distance of which the ballista can shoot.
Your
A
mounted
normal
cannon does
ballista-
200.
A normal ballista is 120/480. I don't know if that
Yeah.
helps us here.
So it'll be a disadvantage.
It would be a disadvantage. Okay. And you said they're like what 300 feet away?
300. Yep.
How much distant is it to the shoreline?
To the other side.
Just to like from where Grendel is at to like
Mhm.
where the water is at.
Probably another 10, 15 feet. Like if you want to get as close as possible.
Okay. I'm guessing if was Emrys, I'm guessing with haste was how he was able to get across the water.
Mhm.
And okay. So we don't know how deep this water is.
Looking at it, you can't see the bottom. It turns into this aquamarine towards probably 30 feet down, and then as it keeps going, it's crystal clear. You can see down really, really far, but 60, 80, 90 feet, it just turns into this just big, dark blue black hole.
So DM, my question to you is one, if I were like when it comes to using distance, if I were to use 15 feet of my walking distance to get to the water's edge, and I have 70 feet of swimming distance, would I be able to use my full 70 feet, or would the 10 to 15 feet be taken off of that?
Technically, rules as written, it shoot. So
Split.
You'd still use the 15 feet to get into the water, which would be taken from your total of 70. So you would have
Okay.
55 feet to move in the water.
So
My
some-
second question is due to the cloak of the manta ray. I understand it gives me swimming speed.
Mhm.
If I were to try and, like, I don't know, tread water after I make a certain distance in the water and try to make a shot, will that be possible, or
Mhm.
would it
yeah,
would be?
it wouldn't be a disadvantage, I would say.
Okay. So I would like to use 15 feet to get to the water's edge. First off, as soon as Grendel sees this entity attacking not only like little Emrys's baby child, who is being the little badass that they are, but also Emrys, she's going to rage as a bonus action. Do I need to roll my d20 for that? I guess before we decide to do anything.
When you enter your rage, yes,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh, D100. That's what it was.
We didn't treat that yet? Shit.
Dang it.
I know it's been talked about, but
Listen,
On the
you know,
list of
if we
things
would
to
have,
do, we've been busy.
yeah, because every single time that Godie's like, all right, I got time. Let me start doing my voodoo magic. All of a sudden, hey, by the way, we have to leave because
That's
something's
going to-
trying to kill us.
I got a 0 and an 8.
So that would be 8%.
Percent? Damn, dude, that's low.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
So your AC increases by 2,
Oh, good.
and your attacks do 1d4 damage. And
Yay.
fire.
Hey, you know what would
Am
be
I-
really cool
and I'm
is if you were a
still-
cleric, you could talk to your
And I'm
deity.
still coherent.
Still coherent.
Okay.
Just the normal rage with extra fire damage. So
All right.
imagine
So
a
I
little bit more
currently
beefy.
have a 18 DC or an 18 AC and
18 AC
okay.
and a plus d4 to your attacks.
All right. So
You could do
Okay.
divine intervention right now if you were a cleric.
oh god, I was actually really nervous because I forgot if it was like if I rolled higher, if I rolled lower, if like what happened. So, whew. So again, you watch as Grendel, upon seeing this image, she just you hear just as her right foot slams down. She pulls out. She doesn't pull out her ballista yet, but she kind of adjusts her shoulders, and you just see her go, no! And she breaks into a fucking rage as and beforehand she does put down her mother, hands it off to her father. I love you, mama. And these, again, her hair turns like into like just this brilliant fire as she just you hear thum 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 thum, and she leaps into she kicks off the ground, leaps into the water, and she's gonna swim her full 70 feet that she can in the water. So how far would she be currently?
So
From-
300, 330. No, 230.
230. All right.
Other way.
And Grendel is like, you watch as she kind of like butterfly kicks through the water. It's almost like the more she's used the cloak of the manta ray, she's gotten used to it. And kind of like how like the pancake babies like come up and they're just like, hello, pet me. You kind of see like the back of the cloak almost kind of working with her to try and keep her treading water as she then pulls off her back her ballista. She sets the front of it on the front of her front hand. She aims and she goes, "You do not fuck with my friends!" And she is going to fire the ballista at the target. And that was, we said, her plus her strength modifier,
Mm-hmm.
which would be just her straight strength modifier, because like for like her hand axe and stuff, it's like a +8. For her executioner's battle axe, it's like a +10. So,
That's your
her
to
strength
hit
modifier is
modifier.
+4.
Yeah, it's due to hit. So it'd be +4 for the damage, but +8 for the hit.
Yeah.
To hit, yeah.
Okay.
+8.
All right. Sorry, it's been a while since I've used the ballista, so had to. That is a 19.
19 hits.
Like plus 8. But so that was what, 3d12s that we decided on the ballista? I need my flashlight for this. It's dark.
Oh, that was the. I think it's 2d10s. It's 3d12s is your cannon.
Okay, all right. No, you're right. Yeah. So 2d10s.
This says 2d12s for the cannon.
Bump that up.
110.
Bump it up.
Well, I'm gonna roll 2d10s. I'm gonna have to probably rewrite this out, or just we'll have to go through it at some point. But right now, I'm just gonna do 2d10s. So that's going to be 6 and 7 points of damage, plus her fire damage, which is a d4, correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
Plus your rage.
That is a 3, and for her rage, that will be a
Plus 4.
plus.
Mhm.
Yes, plus 4. My bad.
Plus 3 melee damage with strength weapons. Oh, melee damage. It specifies melee.
Hey, Amaris, shut up. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm actually trying to figure this out myself. DM, I guess that would be your call.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the rolls for that you had. It was 6 and 7, right?
Yeah, 6 and 7 for the damage, and then it was a 3 for her fire damage,
Okay.
and then plus her rage, which I believe is
3 points.
it's 3
Or
or
four.
4. Give me a minute.
We'll go with 4, and then your
Funny
strength
thing.
modifier, right?
Her strength modifier is a plus 4. She's at
Okay.
a 18.
So then, all right.
The funny thing, I didn't realize I wasn't muted when I said that. So, whoops.
Am I feeling?
That's 24 points of damage to this thing.
Yes.
Solid.
And if it is possible, Grendel will then go back under the water to become less of a target, if it is possible, due to the fact that she can breathe underwater.
Sees the bolt coming, grabs Finn by the shoulder, and just moves his head a little bit out of the way.
Grendel's been getting trained. She knows how to check her backdrop.
I am very good at putting the bad people to bed, you guys. Not my friends. Unless it was that one friend who was William's daughter, but we're not going to talk about that.
William, you're up.
Oh shit! Have I been unmuted this whole time?
Oh, wait. Let's go to...
If
Yeah.
it means anything, you were disruptive when you were unmuted. So good job.
Is that why you guys heard me, or is that why Emma started singing "Pump It Up"? Because you heard me. Oh shit! My bad. Okay, so my turn. All right, and you said I walked past the two members of the Midnight Court or the Silent Court.
Silent Covenant.
Silent Covenant. There we go. Okay. They're talking to each other, not me specifically dressed as a guard, right?
Right.
Okay. All right.
Are you trying to remain hidden, or are you, since you have the disguise, are you more out in the open?
I mean, this thing is tracking me, so I don't have much time to fuck around. So I'm going to utilize my disguise as much as I can to openly move out and get as much distance covered. This bitch can teleport fucking 60 fucking feet. So, just gonna keep booking it. Put the members of this covenant in between me and that incinerator. And let's go ahead and action dash utilize my bonus action to send Calibrand up ahead and try and find me a safe route out. I'm gonna send him overhead, rooftops, so he can give me call outs on how to hide my presence, or not presence, but like break line of sight from this incinerator should it teleport to catch up.
Very well. You once again split with Calibrand. He's keeping pace with you on the rooftops as you make your way through the city. The spectral dragonborn leaping from one rooftop to the next, moving through like a wisp of air from one to the next.
I called him back. That's why he's not caught. Familiar. Almost. A little different than a familiar. But yeah. So yeah, with that, we're gonna be bouncing information off of each other, making our way to the exterior city limits. Just nothing but pure focus and drive to get myself out of the city, not stopping for anything. Especially with Toro buying me some time.
With that, we will go back to the top of the initiative with Emrys.
Oh, it's my turn? This thing is still alive?
Still alive.
Even with my son? Oh.
Rough. Looking rough.
Looking rough. Okay. Well, I'm out of damn near everything. So he pulls out a little diamond, says some words in Primordial, and is going to shoot out. 16 hit?
16 misses.
Okay.
Can I give him my inspiration?
Mm-hmm.
Considering that, like, she's like, no, my friends are in danger.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
I say, I put a hand on Finn, and I go, you got anything bigger in the tank, son?
Like what?
Big fire.
Big fire.
Finn yells at the top of his lungs, "Special beam cannon!" And
Super Saiyan, baby!
Let's do this.
Burning hands?
Yeah.
Maybe?
He's going to reach deep and kind of take what you've kind of practiced. The mark on his hand reignites as he concentrates. You see this child gain a focus that is not indicative of their age. He was having fun before, giggling, a sparkle in his eye. The joy is still there behind his eyes, but a seriousness comes over his face. As he begins to instinctively go ahead and roll me some burning hands. It's a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Yes. I don't have that.
well, at level 1, I believe that it is 2d6 worth of
Is that
damage.
2d6.
But I believe that Finn is casting it at level 14.
True.
It's a 1 and a 2, DM.
It's a 1 and a 2.
He's trying.
This is Z. super impactful
It's character growth.
moment for my son. It comes out.
The concentration is there, the practice not so much. The intensity hasn't been concentrated down enough. But you see steam as he spreads this flame from his hand. The water begins to boil and the size reduces a little bit more. As the flames flicker out, Finn stands for a moment, kind of sidesteps a little bit, kind of leans on you. He's tired. That's all he's got.
I'm pulling
Everything.
behind me. Good job, pal.
Okay, guys.
I would die for Finn. I would die for Finn.
So is that your turn, Emerus, or do you have anything else?
That's my turn. I pull my son behind me,
Okay.
and I pull out my rapier.
Cody.
No, that's probably a bad idea. We gotta close the distance because 300 feet is pretty freaking long.
Is it?
Yeah. It is for people not wielding a ballista. Hang on, let me double check. Where are they? Did I put those in there? Or, no, that's not going to actually be a thing. I literally can't reach it. I gotta. Yeah, I gotta spend my whole turn moving. Hopefully 70 feet in the right direction towards this thing. If I dash. That's literally all I got. The max range that I have is 120 feet.
My bad. This is kind of moving back to your perception check, Cody, of
Oh,
that
that's a good
particular
thing.
altar. On the pillar itself, it says, "The tide remembers, though the rivers forget. Beneath still waters lie the names of the lost. If your heart is true and your grief unfeigned, leave not gold, but memory. A trinket, a token, a truth you dare part with. Only then shall the current carry your path onward."
Cody, when he gets into the water, is going to reach into his bag and drop into the depths his wizard spellbook.
The candle lights. The wick just small, hardly any wax left, but a light nonetheless. A pink-blue flame that begins at the candle, moves up the pillar, and ignites the ceiling, casting this pink-hued light throughout the cavern. The water elemental, agitated on its last legs, softens at the edges, no longer a rigid, hard sphere full of spikes and nettles. It floats down, merging once again with the water. And others, like it, make themselves visible, contrasting with the deep blues of the water, and line themselves up, floating, creating a bridge passage across the floor. And that
yay.
is where we're going to go to a much needed break. We'll be back in just 5 minutes after our intermission for the last hour of our game. We'll see you all in just a little bit. welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a good break, got some water, got some snacks, and are ready for the thrilling conclusion of tonight's game. So, last we left off just a few moments ago. The tunnels has resolved. Everyone begins to cross over this underground lake. The plummeting depths below, sustained by these amorphous, solidified elementals, creating safe passage across as they meet Emerus and Finn on the other side. However, guards begin to flood the streets, heading to the lower quarter. William, you try your best to blend in, moving when Caliban says so, as he maintains his discretion on the rooftops.
I would say I'd probably be cycling through disguises. If I see a band of guards making their way towards me, I'd refashion myself into a lowly either beggar or street something less assuming that wouldn't garner their attention. If I'm maneuvering past others, guard, something along those lines, just to maintain a level of don't fuck with this person kind of energy.
Yeah. If you were to disguise yourself as some sort of commoner or beggar or anything like that, you would be shoved aside or told to go inside. What are you doing out here? Mistreated in some form or fashion, because this city is on a lockdown. Anyone caught outside is indeed shouldn't be there.
Right.
Seeing that you are more destitute, they're not likely to put you in prison to try to coax coin out of you. More so just give you a side swipe and
get out, Mo.
Yeah, put you in a barrel and call it good.
Yeah.
But you move through disguises effectively. You see the Inquisitors, the Silent Covenant, moving these troops, coordinating them as they close in on the sector that is now completely closed off. The rural incinerator, you hear 2 hits on this wall that Toro has built. Those will be so 35. So that's 35 damage on one. And 32 on the following swing. How's this wall looking?
Stands.
Wall still stands. Very well.
You just did. Toro hears the hits. At this point, literally, Toro was sitting on the ground, just sort of like looking at the walls. Like, yeah, no, man, you're gonna have to do better than that. Yeah, this is what I do, you know. And probably like Toro has taken the time now. Is like, well, he's buying the time and like waiting for the wall, knowing that this other thing is. Now he's just taking the time to, like, in his mind, kind of review this creature that he encountered when he took the hits on it. Is that thing of like, okay, like this thing is tough, is resilient. What did I see? What did I spot on it? Being a craftsman himself, he's kind of like going into this place of like, what can I spot on this thing that can give me an idea of how can I, you know.
Give me give me a history check.
A what?
History check, please.
Do I get any advantages on this or no?
I will say yes.
It's an 18.
Sweet.
As you sit here, a memory comes to you. One of a manor, where you pulled a chair out and sat, waiting, much like you're sitting, waiting now, for something to come, something to appear. You've fought a devil before, and you've had close connections with their craftsmanship. This particular set of armor was forged in the Hells, brought to the material plane. They are unrelenting hunters. They are made and forged for one purpose, and that is to do what he is doing to your wall. Destroy. William,
That's me.
you move past another group of guards.
Making no effort to make any contact, but trying to maintain the assumption of a lowly beggar that's trying to find refuge in a clamoring city that's on a manhunt right now. Probably make a bottle apparate in my hand as I see the guards coming, just sheepishly drinking from the bottle, but making towards the exterior walls. Am I getting any closer to the perimeter walls?
You are incredibly close to the perimeter walls.
Okay.
As you pass one particular house, nothing seems out of place. But faster than you can blink, the door opens, and a pair of strong hands grab your cloak and whip you in the door and around the corner to the wall before the door slams shut. The room is dark.
William's holding the bottle to the chin of this person that's holding him, but in reality, it's his blunderbuss that's pointed at the chin.
The smell of tobacco is the first thing that comes to your nostril as they take a long draw from a pipe which ignites and shows a face of someone that you haven't seen before. Wrinkles around the corners of the eyes, a large, almost comical nose, soft, kind, gray eyes. As the draw of the pipe dims,
Mm-hmm.
a lantern lights on the table, and the grip around your shirt softens. A colorfully dressed man, a long cloak with filigree, as he says, "You have caused lots of trouble, friend. Trouble that, trouble that there is no fixing. Yeah. Someone needs to talk to you."
Oh, this is fucking myriad stronghold, isn't it? God damn it.
It would seem that time is not on our side, as something is coming specifically for you. So, you take chances here or out there.
Is he wearing any recognizable markings? Any signet? No?
Nothing. You are good at reading people, picking up little details here and there. There is not a speck on this individual that you could find for familiarity or anything. At that moment, Caliban would return to you and appear in front of you with cutlasses out, just ready to just
hold mate.
Screw something up. What's all this?
I think we just found a friend.
I wouldn't count on any friends in this city.
We need to count on something. What we were doing wasn't working. All right. Show us where to your friends.
Please, have a seat. We have enough time for one cup of tea.
Reluctantly sets Evara down on the table. Takes a seat. You sure, mate? This fucking thing was hot on my tail.
Yes. We have friends in key places.
And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Pleasure. Pleasure is not something that is to be had in this time. Caution, more than anything. Especially for one such as yourself.
Aye. I had to make sure the rest of my crew got out safe. Hopefully they're faring better than I am.
So tell me, if your friends made it to outside, safe, is it because of your sacrifice? Or because it was their fate? If you were to stick close to them, would your fate not change? From what I can tell, you are a man who likes to do things on his own. But to be one left to one's own fate is a dangerous thing. Better to share in the generosity of others than to be left in your own poverty. What's to think about? And he clicks a button on the bottom of the table, and your chair falls through the floor in a trap door.
Son of a bitch!
You're done to follow as you descend a long chute down into the mud.
Just clamoring for Ivar to get her back. Come. I got you.
You come to the end of this. A room, a natural cavern, dirt, mud on the walls, the floor, entirely saturated with water. Your feet sink in a thick mud. The roof of this cavern is barely above your head. And you see a figure in this room.
Drops. No, he's going to keep the disguised self up still, but points the bottle at this in the general direction of this person. All right, any more fucking surprises for me? I'm gonna be very pissed off.
Are you tired of dying already?
Is that who I think it is?
If you're asking, then you know. And a figure walks forward, revealing the face that you know as KD, with the two different colored eyes, tan skin, long hair in a bun, black, and elegant attire. Answer my question. As our friend above told us, we do not have much time, and I need an answer.
Drops this guy's self, revealing himself as once again. It's not that I want to die. It's just a better way can I offer my service, offer help to those I care about than put my own life on the line. It's the only thing that I know.
Has your group of friends finished their mission?
In
Or is he
regards
not?
to,
As far as you know, have they finished what they're supposed to do? Are they even close?
we have several pieces of the Paragon. We lost 2 of our crew.
Apologies,
Yeah,
I
failed
don't have
attempt.
time for this, as I said. I'm going to answer for you since it seems you're not capable of. No, they are not. They are
No.
not ready. It's not close. And yet, you are talking about sacrificing yourself for them, yet they still have ways to go, and you are not there for them. So tell me, is dying early something that seems beneficial to you when you're doing it for people that have yet to reach their destination?
No. No, it is not.
I know you, William. And you may not know this, but some of the people who are part of your group, I chose, I handpicked. It was deliberate. There was a reason. Despite what they may have been their mistakes or their shortcomings, I knew there was something within that was capable of motivating them to keep on this journey, doing the right thing, making the right choices, and whatever they were short-handed of, the other will balance it. You were not a choice. You were an alteration to the plan, one which has caused many grievances along the way, and has cost me also people. Some which you will never know were there, but I did. I have assisted. I have been present, even if you're not there, even if you do not know. I know of your bloodline. I know of your family. I've kept watch over them as well. I know those who have fallen, and I know those who remain. And I guess the question is, do you have any intent of seeing them again?
Yes.
Why?
I don't believe in fate. I believe that my own choices dictate my future.
So you're ready to stop. So you're ready to stop making stupid choices then?
Yes.
The figure comes really close to you. Just basically sort of stops in the opposite direction that you're facing, just next to you. And it just goes, "You know, William, not wanting to die is not the same as wanting to live. And something tells me there are a lot of things that you would like to make up for. And I know it would be easier for you to just end it here now, thinking that you went in a blaze of glory, so that way you can avoid the responsibility of taking action and showing up for those you failed in the past. So, for those like yourself, with people who they care about, that is why I do what I do. And I make the choices that need to be made, but I make them smart, not rash. So, I think we're out of time, but I will give you a choice." And they take out a dagger and they drop it on the ground in front of you. And they say, "If you take that dagger right now and you plunge it to your heart, you will die. Permanently. No returns, no spirits, no pacts, nothing. It's over." Or, and then they gesture, and then you can see that there's somewhere in the distance a little bit of glinting light that leads to a passage. "You can hurry up, and I can make sure that you make it to your friends, so that you can continue to help them to accomplish something greater than a man's disgraced honor. Time is out."
We'll have words later.
No, we won't.
He makes for the door.
As you make for the door, and then you are gone, after you've been gone, the figure's there, looks down at the ground, and you see the dagger actually disappear. The illusion breaks, as a real dagger was being held behind their back the whole time.
Oof.
William, you make your way through these passages. Low hanging, small. You feel like a mouse running through a tunnel. Cody, Grendel, Emrys. Y'all reconvene on the other side. Is there anything particular you would like to do? Or keep moving?
Grendel would make sure that her family just gets over the bridge safe, because it was like a bridge that was made, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Grendel makes sure that her family gets over the bridge safe. She checks on Emrys and Godi as well as little Finn, and just make sure everyone is okay. So,
Emrys would like a nap. Emrys
Cody would like
Emrys
to
is
nap.
going to start to slump down against a wall with his son.
Oh no.
Godi,
Both tired
as
boys.
he's kind of walking by, because Godi will not be stopping, is just going to, like, one hand on the lapel of Emrys's jacket and just kind of pick him back up to his feet and just go, "We're not out yet."
All right,
If-
no
if
time
you
to
need-
sleep.
If you need me to carry anybody, I can. I don't mind carrying little Finn if he doesn't mind piggybacks.
There you go.
And Grendel immediately reaches and she goes, and she just looks and she goes, "Hello, my name is Grendel. You will be riding with me today. Please keep all arms and legs inside the Grendel at all times." And she's gonna, like, put him up on her shoulder.
Sai, stop it. Stop it. That was wholesome. Stop it.
He would tiredly ask, "Can I go piggybackies?"
Oh, you want to go piggybackies? Okay, but the only agreement is, and she's gonna druid craft a flower crown, and she puts it on his head. She goes, "You must wear a flower crown," and she goes and then like just kind of takes it back on the piggybackies. She will at this time probably, if Goaty would allow it, she's gonna walk in front of Goaty so Goaty can at least like or like walk alongside Goaty, so she at least has some like kind of backup if someone comes from behind. But she is again going to be continuously looking back, especially now that she has a child on her back. She's going to be continuously making sure nobody's following her.
Cody would continue. He doesn't necessarily have to be first. He just didn't want anybody to exit the cave alone without him. So they can kind of keep going. Goaty would suggest a brisk enough pace, not like we have to be full sprint or anything like that, but definitely would try to keep us moving. I don't know how much further we have left in these tunnels, but we must continue.
Perfect.
Or else we're just going to get our long rest interrupted again.
Nina will come alongside Emerus as well and come up under his shoulder, helping assist the tired individual as you move through. Overdid it again, did you? Haven't seen that since our wedding night.
You know, we're in company.
Hey, yo!
There's nothing in here but lip gloss. Suffer.
As you round another one of the bends, the stone begins to turn more towards dirt and earth, with various roots hanging into the tunnel.
That's a good sign.
You see the end of it.
Oh, good.
A lit campfire just outside, and a pack animal. An individual sitting at the campfire. Large, broad hat in the night air. William, you exit from a different direction, but see the same light. As you do, you hear a message. My dear Commander, are you there? My dear Commander would be something that Morgan would say, just as you would say, your jewel of the Sovereign. She calls you my commander. God, please, this is the third scroll I've used. Please say something.
You're muted!
I'm just realizing that they've been blocking communication this whole time. Jewel, yes, I'm outside.
Oh, God. You made it away.
Yes. How's everything inside?
Madness. What have you done?
It's best you don't know.
Will I ever see you again? Where will you go? I'll find you there.
Stay safe.
Please.
My mission is not yet done, Morgan. It'll take me far from this place. I need you to stay safe in the city. I'll come find you. There's much to tell. I'll see you again, my jewel. In this life or the next.
To know you're safe is all I need, my commander. Those are the last words that you hear. Calibram splits. Can you trust her?
With every fiber of my soul. What's left of it?
You know, with everything that's happened so far, when we have a moment, I need to have a little conversation about a friend of mine. For now, let's go find yours.
Let's go.
As you all exit, do you exit? Do you stay inside?
Seeing this individual, Godi would raise a hand and exit first himself.
There's a small pot on the campfire. Smells of some sort of game meat, potatoes, and vegetables in this sort of stew-like mixture. Well, hello, traveler. Where are your feet leading you?
Godi stands there, covered in soot and dirt, still probably nursing a great sword wound that goes through and through his torso, among various other wounds. Takes a deep breath and replies. Don't want to get it wrong because I was told not to get it wrong. To a new age, as long as they're unbound.
Well, alrighty then. Is this all of you?
It's at that point that Cody will give a motion for everybody else.
Grendel just walks up, like she's leaving her mother with her father, but she just walks out and goes, "Hello, my name is Grendel. It is very nice to meet you. We're kind of lost."
Well, howdy do. It's all right with me. Being lost is sometimes how you find your way.
I've learned that as well. That's how I found my mama and papa.
I find that the more tired I get, the less I can deal with the giddiness. I say to
Grendel is
Nina.
not taking any damage at this point. She is like, she's completely fine. Like as long as like her friends aren't in danger.
The bushes just to the left of you, Godi, rustle. A twig snaps.
Coalescing radiant energy in the hand, turning that away.
So is this all of you now? And William comes through.
William! You're alive and you're not burned alive! Oh, this is great!
Hermes strides over, puts his arms out, smiles at you, going for a hug. At the last second, he punches you in the face.
Has everybody in the party done this to William yet? Because I feel like everybody has.
Grendel hasn't, not yet.
Not yet.
All right, next time.
Next time. Next time.
Your time will come.
Was that like a -1?
Yeah.
Just like I'm gonna have to teach you how to throw a punch, mate. We'll have plenty of opportunity to get into bar fights. Until then, is this everyone? We're all safe.
I'm glad you're alive. You're a shit person.
I don't think
close.
you're supposed to punch people that you are glad that they are alive. I don't think that's how friends work. You don't punch your friends, Emrys.
So that's Grendel. You have a lot to learn. So, some of the best people you'll meet are the people that you've punched in the face a time or two.
I haven't punched anybody in the face that hasn't been my friend. Actually.
I go fall into my wife's arms. That punch is the last bit of energy I had.
She almost punched William in the face, I believe, because no, she almost punched Goaty in the face because she found out Goaty killed Cyrus. So yeah, she did almost punch somebody in the face, but she doesn't remember. So yeah, she thinks on it for a moment, and then she just kind of like, "No, I don't remember punching anybody in the face," and just just goes.
Goaty like kind of like eyes go down a little bit, but just leaves it alone.
Taking a quick stock, where exactly are we in regards to Grand Soren? Are we on the outer city, outside the city limits?
Taking stock of where you're at, having a moment of not running or being trapdoored into Katie or something along those lines. It's been a hell of a night.
It's fucked with my navigation, but I have a good understanding of the city for the most part.
You look at the sky, you look at the stars. You see behind you a faint glow, that iridescent blue strings of arcane sealing the city of Grand Soren. You're about 3-4 miles from the city itself.
I think the tunnel could have been a little shorter. We're tired here. Including that in the Yelp review.
Including that.
Let's go find some place to rest for a minute.
You find yourselves in the Grancis Wilds.
Francis Wilds.
At the foot of the Bramblewood Expanse. As you take stock of where you are, William, you know, navigating the seas, having to look at the stars, Goaty as well, that Vardin has 2 moons. One is always waxing, while the other wanes. This night, as you look at the stars and see where you are, there is a 3rd moon.
What?
That is in a crescent shape, almost engulfing the other 2.
Unicron. I'm sorry.
That was good.
Good, that was good. That was so good.
Sorry. Just gonna.
I was thinking more the Majora's Mask, the moon slowly coming into frame.
I was thinking like Junji Ito's like man-eating planet coming in. That's my thoughts.
I was also thinking of Galactus from Marvel. So
Mommy,
Either way, that's not good.
Grendel just thinks the stars are pretty.
Goaty, do you recall of anything stellar phenomenon that involves a 3rd moon? That's never been there before.
Chris, I'm just gonna DM you my suspicion,
Okay.
which is always fun, especially when you tell me I'm wrong. Not that I'm hinting that I want to be wrong.
As you are looking at this, the individual asks once again, just to confirm, this is now all of you, right?
Aye.
Thank you. I got somewhere else to be tonight, so if you don't mind, he takes a wide stance, stomping the ground and pushing his hand down as the cave and tunnel that you just came out of begins to earth shape as he collapses the entire entrance to it. Picks up his rucksack, gets on his pack animal, tosses you a small bag that clinks. Well, you all have yourselves a good night. Dumps water on the fire and rides off into the Bramblewood.
Goodbye. It was nice meeting you, whoever the fuck you are.
Finn is snoring and drooling on Grendel. Nina's back to holding Emerus up. Godey, William, you're still contemplating this phenomenon.
Am I right?
Didn't give you an answer? That's not good.
Oh. God, do I hate being right all the time.
You look at this forest. The leaves are oranges, reds, and browns. Even in the moonlight, you see their colors. The branches are thinning. The leaves, all soon to be on the ground, fallen. In just a few short weeks, winter will come.
It's coming.
To answer William's question, Godey, what do you make of that? Godey says one word as he's looking up. One hand clutching the wound the aforementioned wound. Almost as if he thinks like, well, I guess we aren't getting that rest. And the one word that he says is Astaroth.
Oh, we know that word.
I think that's a good spot to end.
You're welcome, buddy. Even as a player, I get you guys with cliffhangers.
That's a pretty good one.
Thanks,
So you
everybody.
Also, I really wanted to say that's no moon, that's a space station. Okay, I'm done.
All the quips.
We love you. Hope you had a good time. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time in just a couple weeks on Tales of Vardin and 2B Dice. Remember, we have all of our games this following week with Frontiers of Eberron premiering on Sunday. So definitely
Season 2.
that one. Season 2 coming in hot.
William didn't die.
Again.
Neither did Cody.
We'll see you all next time. Have a good night.
Must have picked up a lucky penny somewhere along the way.
That penny